he shares with us even more.
My name is Brian Doe. I'm the chairperson of Global Change Investors. It's a company that leads investment and intergenerational wealth creation here in South Africa. I think the idea of generational wealth, we can simplify it to avoid creating more complexity around it. These are assets that you and I acquire now, and we are willing to pass it to the next generation. It's not the assets that you and I acquire and enjoy during our retirement. It's assets that you and I, we amass, we appropriate for the next generation. It might be our children, it might be our grandchildren. That's how intergenerational wealth creation need to be defined, because you are looking at your children and your grandchildren. The way we need to implement intergenerational wealth creation, first we need to understand it's not a short-term thing. It's not something that you'll realize tonight, put money tonight, and then the following day you have your return. This is a process. You need to bring program in place that looks into the future without depriving us of benefiting, because we are the ones that are investing into this program or into this investment or into these projects. The purpose of looking into the future is for you and I to begin to say, this project or this business that I'm starting now, if I were to die, will it then sustain beyond my current skill, my current input? And the purpose of why we go intergenerational, and that's why this program on its own gets linked with the financial literacy aspect. Because where there is no knowledge, where there is no skill, it will be very difficult to pursue intergenerational wealth creation objectives. There is one thing I think where we need to start. I think as people, we have not exploited our ability to collaborate. A number of us, we are thinking of going ahead alone, as opposed to working together with our fellow brothers and sisters to make sure that the little that we have, if we were to bring it together, it will be so much and it will do so much in terms of bringing change. It's time now that we must stop competing amongst ourselves. Because when we compete amongst ourselves on things or on one thing and stop collaborating on bigger things, we will fail to create intergenerational wealth.
Well, many will say making money is easy, but keeping the money is the hardest part. We hope you learned a thing or two from Mr. Ndo. Moving right along from the money matters, we are now going to be learning about business and entrepreneurship. Let's take a look as ABC Group Executive Director of Commercial and Operations at Brown Sense shares his experiences and knowledge of entrepreneurship.
We have to be honest. So in the romanticize